Ever pondered why you always seem to find evidence that supports your beliefs? Why contrary facts often go unnoticed? Welcome to the intriguing world of the human mind, where perception often becomes reality. Today we're delving into the concept of confirmation bias. In the grand tapestry of human cognition, confirmation bias threads its influence subtly yet pervasively. It's the innate tendency we all have to seek out and favor information that confirms our pre-existing beliefs while conveniently overlooking evidence to the contrary. It's a psychological phenomenon that plays a major role in how we perceive the world around us. This bias is deeply rooted in our survival instinct, a relic from our days as early humans when rapid decisions often meant the difference between life and death. However, in the modern world, it can often lead us astray, coloring our judgment. Confirmation bias is like wearing tinted glasses. You see what you want to see, not necessarily what's really there. Now, delve deeper into the workings of confirmation bias. Confirmation bias is a fascinating psychological phenomenon that influences how we perceive and interact with the world around us. It's like having a personal, subconscious detective, constantly on the lookout for evidence that supports our existing beliefs while dismissing or downplaying anything that contradicts them. This cognitive bias is not a conscious choice, but a subconscious process that is always at work. Imagine your mind as a vast library filled with all the information you've ever encountered. Confirmation bias is the librarian deciding which books to display prominently on the front shelves and which to tuck away in the dusty corners. The books that align with our beliefs are always within easy reach, while those that challenge them are often hidden from view. This bias is not inherently negative. It can help us make quick decisions and navigate a complex world. But it can also lead us astray, causing us to overlook important information and make flawed judgments. For instance, let's consider politics. If you lean towards one political party, you're more likely to focus on news articles that portray your party in a positive light. You're also more likely to dismiss or discredit information that portrays your party negatively. This can lead to a one-sided understanding of political issues based not on a comprehensive view of the facts, but on a selective, biased interpretation of them. The same principle applies to a wide range of beliefs and perceptions, from our views on climate change to our opinions about a particular brand of car. The confirmation bias subtly shapes our reality, reinforcing what we already believe and filtering out what we don't. But here's the kicker. Most of the time, we're completely unaware of it. We like to think of ourselves as rational beings, making decisions based on objective facts. But in reality, our perceptions and decisions are often guided by this invisible hand of bias. So, confirmation bias is a silent puppeteer, pulling the strings of our perceptions and decisions, often without us even realizing it. You may wonder, how does this bias affect my daily life? Well, let's delve into that. Confirmation bias subtly weaves itself into the fabric of our everyday lives. It can influence our relationships, causing us to favor those who share our views and shun those who don't. It can seep into our work, causing us to cherry-pick data that supports our theories while overlooking conflicting information. Even our views on politics and social issues aren't immune. Confirmation bias can lead us down a path of overconfidence in our personal beliefs, bolstering our convictions even when faced with evidence to the contrary. It can cause us to dig our heels in, to ignore the other side of the argument simply because it doesn't fit our pre-established narrative. In essence, confirmation bias is a silent puppeteer, pulling the strings behind the scenes of our decision-making process. In a nutshell, confirmation bias can shape our world in ways we seldom realize. In summary, confirmation bias is a fascinating yet insidious psychological phenomenon. It's like a subtly deceptive magician pulling the wool over our eyes without us even realizing it. This bias is a subconscious process where we cherry-pick information that aligns with our existing beliefs, while conveniently disregarding any contrary evidence. It's our brain's way of maintaining a comforting sense of consistency, even when it means ignoring the full picture. This bias doesn't just sit in the background, it actively shapes our perception of the world, swaying our decision-making, influencing our relationships, and even impacting our career choices. It's a silent puppeteer pulling the strings of our lives from behind the scenes. But here's the silver lining. Once we recognize this bias, we can take steps to mitigate its effects. Remember, awareness of our biases is the first step to making more informed and balanced decisions. So next time you find yourself wholeheartedly agreeing with something, take a moment to question why. The answer might surprise you.